hoping something like that's gonna happen.
Larry, yeah, that's true.
I'd love to.
Larry, he's in the hospital. He's okay. Thank God.
You know, what is it?
Last week he was in the hospital. He's doing better. Obviously.
Yeah, D1,
Maybe
Yeah,
doing-
where did
And they
D1
get
come
comments.
from?
Yeah, super. Denver.
Was there a proclamation?
No, not then.
Hi, Leslie.
Good morning. Uh-oh. Don't do it, Matt.
Hey, Tom. Good morning.
Good morning, this is Jamie and Nate from Cedarcog.
Morning. Is there anybody else on the call?
Yeah, this is Mike from the landfill. I'm recovering Jason's,
Okay, morning, Mike.
How's Mike doing?
good.
Wait for Suzanne. Yeah. Morning, everyone. I ask you to please rise for the opening prayer and the pledge of allegiance before we convene our Commissioners' Public Meeting. Dear Heavenly Father, we pray this morning for another day you've granted us in a new month of the year. We pray as we close out the year and finalize the budget, you will provide us the wisdom and resources to make sound decisions that are in accordance with your will and are beneficial to our communities. Lord, as we enter the season of Advent and love, we know that evil exists today and throughout time. Unfortunately, not everything reflects your love and grace. Man often chooses evil and goes a destructive path. Next Wednesday, we'll remember a time of great evil in our world. On that fateful Sunday morning, 81 years ago, evil attacked Pearl Harbor. We remember and honor the 2,400 American heroes that lost their lives that morning. Nearly half of them were on the USS Arizona, and over 400 sailors and Marines on USS Oklahoma. Over 1,100 were wounded on that fateful day. We remember the two young men, Paul Free and Billy Brandt, from Lycoming County, that died as heroes. Their memories, along with these other Americans who paid the ultimate sacrifice, will never be forgotten. This attack led to the greatest generation who stood their ground and defended our freedom. You gave them the courage and bravery to fight evil. Let us honor them by protecting our freedoms for future generations. As President Ronald Reagan once quoted, freedom is never more than a generation away from existence or extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and hand it on for them to do the same. One day we'll spend the sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was once like in the United States where men were free. We ask you, Father, to protect our troops throughout the world. These things we humbly request in your name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we'll convene the Commissioners' public meeting and ask for approval in the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried. And we have public comment on agenda items only at this time.
No.
None in the audience. We move on to bid openings.
No bids received.
Excuse me,
Let's
Mr.
see it.
Chairman.
Yes.
I think we need to make a motion to change the agenda.
Oh, top, yes.
Not these, I'll move to remove action item 8.9.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. So carried. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Reports.
Okay, 3.1 and 3.2 came in, accounts payable cash requirements.
Good morning, Commissioners. Presented for your ratifications are invoices due through November 30th that were paid on November 22nd in the amount of $1,117,732.94. The breakdown is as follows, with 22.60% being funded by the general fund at $252,639.88. 5.42% being funded by grants and other sources at $60,613.02. 68.08% is funded by RMS with $760,898.48. And 3.90% is funded by escrow at $43,581.56.
Okay. Any questions? Have a motion.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried.
And then presented are invoices due through December 7th that were paid on November 30th in the amount of $1,245,413.04. The breakdown is as follows, with 36.69% being funded by the general fund at $456,919.21. 9.04% being funded by grants and other sources at $112,548.56. 53.64% is being funded by RMS at $668,055.29. And 0.63% is funded by escrow at $7,889.98.
Any questions? A motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So carried. Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to personal actions. Jessica?
Morning, Jessica.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Director. For your approval, the following personnel actions, they're conditional offers of employment subject to the successful completion of a background check and other employment conditions. For the Adult Probation Office, Dave Goodwin, Chief Adult Probation Officer, this is an internal transfer. His salary will remain the same at $74,538, and we are anticipating him to transfer on December 5th. Also for the Adult Probation Office, Abigail Miller hired into a full-time APO officer position at $20.10 per hour, and she will start on December 19th. For the prison, Dane Dowling moving into a CO2 position, pay rate $24.82 per hour, and he's transferring on December the 4th. Also for the prison, Billy Mitchelltree transferred into a sergeant position at $24.29 per hour, and he's transferring on December 11th, 2022. For the prison, Chelsea Pohamus, LPN, full-time replacement at $30 an hour, starting on December 19th. For the prison, Lacey Swain is transferring to a correctional counselor position at $25.08 per hour, and she's transferring on December 25th. For the prison, Adam Kapowski, CO1 relief position at $20 an hour, and he's starting on December 18th. Also for the prison, Josh Flexer, CO1 relief position, full-time replacement at $20 an hour, anticipated to start on December 18th. Also for the prison, Ethan Gush, a CO1 relief part-time position at $20 per hour. His position will not exceed 1,000 hours, and he's anticipated to start on December 18th as well. For the prison, Brittany Heck, CO1 relief position, full-time replacement at $20 an hour, and she is anticipated to start on December 18th. For the pre-release center, a part-time position, Megan Whitmer, RS1 position, not to exceed 1,000 hours, and she will start on January 9th. And for IS, John Noble was hired into a technology specialist position, full-time replacement at $43,666.73 per year, and he is anticipated to start on December 19th.
Okay, can I have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
A second. Okay, it's good to see we're filling positions at the prison. We still
Yes.
have several more to fill.
Yes.
We're still down quite a few. We have about 30 positions open in the county, which is down from 50 initially. But we still have many good opportunities out there for people to be employed by the county. It's also good to see that the Information Services has a replacement. We have some retirements coming up in the IT department, so it's good to see a replacement there.
Yes,
And so this is all good news.
very good news, yes.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. We'll recess the Commissioners' Public Meeting at this time for salary board, and we'll convene the salary board.
Looking for approval on the following salary board items. In the Public Defender's Office, we're reclassifying Dylan Smith, a paralegal, to fully qualified, pay grade 7. Planning and Community Development, we are eliminating 2 Clerk 3 positions and replacing that with 1 full-time Clerk 3 position. And for DPS, we are, for communications, we're changing one of the telecommunicator 2 positions to a telecommunicator 3 position. And then for RMS, we are adding 10 part-time recycling laborers for the recycling center, and we will be paying them $14.50 an hour. All of those positions will not exceed 1,000 hours.
And that planning and community development, those are 2 part-time positions, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and because it sounds like it's full-time, but they're part-time, and that's going to be 50% funded by the PennDOT, which is good news. And data resource management, those are positions that we had out with a temp agency. Nope?
No, those aren't the ones for the temp.
Oh, they're not the ones for the temp, okay. These are the ones that we just need to make that place
recycling
run.
center, correct.
Recycling center
Oh, okay.
run, okay, but they're part-time positions, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. No, that's good. They need them down there because we're trying to run that recycling.
But probably next week we'll be presenting for the ones that are on.
The temp.
Yes, that you're
Okay.
referring to.
Okay.
All
Will
right.
probably be for next week.
All right, I'm glad we clarified that.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have the controller with us, or is the deputy controller on the line? Okay, need a motion?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. At this time, we will adjourn the salary board and reconvene the Commissioners' Public Meeting for TDA actions.
Yep, so making these same changes to the TDA, so eliminating those 2 part-time clerk positions and replacing that with 1 full-time clerk 3 position. For the, under DPS, changing the telecommunicator 2 position to a telecommunicator 3 position. For the public defender's office, reclassifying Dylan Smith, paralegal, to a pay grade 7 as fully qualified, and then adding the 10 part-time recycling laborers to the RMS TDA with a pay rate of $14.50 an hour.
Okay, can I have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, side?
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jess.
Moving on to information items. Maya, 7.2.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning, Commissioners. Morning, Matt.
Morning.
So, as you know, we did not receive any bids for the ballistic materials and products, so we're just simply going to rebid it and try to, hopefully we get a vendor. I'm going to reach out to the vendor that showed interest before and kind of see what the issue, why they did not bid the first round. But hopefully we get bids back. If we don't, then the next option is that we move forward with just going with a vendor of our choice and doing the best due diligence to get the best price.
Okay.
This is not gonna put your job behind you as a sheriff, not that you haven't been waiting.
No, sir.
Do you have any comments you want to say?
No, I was a little surprised.
Yeah.
I had listed 65. I don't know if it's just the market. I'm glad to hear we can rebid it, but I don't think it'll put it behind. I think it'll depend on availability of materials, but it is what it is. We have to rebid it, we don't have a choice. I'm just glad we can rebid it as fast as you'll approve it.
Okay.
Maya, does the statute require 2
It
attempts?
requires 2 attempts before
And then
you
if
can.
you don't do it, then under the statute, you're permitted to move
Correct.
it?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're gonna put out for rebid right away?
Yes, immediately. The flight's on today, and I hope to have actually advertised Saturday.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Okay, action items.
8.1 and 8.2. Jamie and Nate.
They are on
Thank you
the
very
phone.
much.
Thank you, Jamie. Nate?
You're welcome. So this morning, we just have 2 amendments to your sub-grantee agreement. One with South Williamsport for 2019 to extend the termination date of that agreement to October of 2023, and adding the curb cut phase 1 to that project. And the second one is with Toursville, and it is for the extending the termination date again to, sorry, I have to switch documents so I have to get to the correct one. There it is. Extending the termination date to, again, October 20th of 2023 for that 2019 agreement between the 2 of you, and then adding the John Doran restroom project to that agreement.
Okay. Have a motion.
I'll move to approve the 2 items from described.
I will, second that.
Okay. Any further questions or discussion for Jamie or Nate? All in favor, say aye. Aye, so carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
You're welcome.
And 8.3, Commissioner seeking your approval to amend the minutes of the October 13th, 2022 public meeting to reflect the approval of the amendment to agreement with Outside In instead of City Mission. We've said the name wrong.
Okay. Motion.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say
Aye.
Aye.
So carried.
8.4, Commissioner seeking your approval on the collective bargaining agreement with Teamsters Local Union number 764. This is a 2023 budgeted item. This is the union contract with the assistant district attorneys and assistant public defenders, effective January 1, 2022 to December 31st, 2026.
Okay, so this will be a 5-year agreement. Okay. Have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Second the motion.
Do we have any questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. Who do we have on the phone, joined us?
This is Deb Hope listening for Hush.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, 8.5 through 8.7, Maya.
Good morning again.
Morning.
The first item I have for you, 8.5, I'm seeking your approval on a 3-month agreement with Susquehanna Unlimited LLC They are providing the janitorial services over at the new Employee Health Center. This is strictly just for 3 months and to allow for the necessary time for me to turn around a bid document. If you recall earlier in the month, at the end of the month in November, we did an emergency resolution to allow for this.
Okay, great, thank you.
Mhm.
Have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
A second?
All fair side?
Aye.
So carried.
The next item I have for you is to approve the 2022 Emergency Management Performance Grant Agreement with PEMA. It's a 50/50 match, $92,419 of federal funds will be given to us, and the county will match $92,419. This is to offset 3 positions out at DPS. This is a recurring grant.
Okay, a motion?
I'll move to approve.
A second?
All fair side?
Aye.
Aye.
And then the next item, I will also have the sheriff come up and discuss a little bit this as well. But this is to approve a purchase of some radios and related equipment with Motorola Solutions for the constables. We are using Act 13 funds, and he will, discuss a little bit of the complications associated with this purchase that I believe the controller has.
Okay. Sheriff?
Thank you, Mark. Morning, Commissioners and Director. Morning, folks. I think there was honestly, a communication miscue on this. The radios were originally budgeted with the agreement that we talked about Act 13. It ended up going to the controller for approval out of general fund, I believe, and it was denied based on that it was equipment that was being given to non-county employees, and for that reason they stopped the purchase. They stopped the authorization for the purchase. That equipment isn't theirs. That equipment is the county's. When you have approved in the past for equipment for our constables who do an incredible and valuable service for us, all the equipment that we give to them forever since I've been here in 2010, tasers, they get our tasers that when we take tasers that we don't use any longer because of the 5-year shelf life, they get those. Legal has already vetted all that. We sign off. They get them. They don't have to pay $2,000 for a taser. They get the tasers. We provide the training. They get certified training. They get shackles. They get belts. They get cuffs. They're all ours. We allocate those to them. The asset tagging for everything is the sheriff's asset tagging. Training. We give them training, so they are where they need to be with respect to the training that they need to have to do the job. So everything that we do, or we provide to them as a loan from our office. So I don't want to pick the fight with the controller, but I don't think the controller was correct in saying she wouldn't approve the purchase, because it's the purchase for the sheriff's office. It's the sheriff's office allowing the constables to use the equipment.
So if the constable retired or left service, the equipment will be turned back in the
If the
sheriff's
constable stops providing service to our county under the MOU that you all agree to, we also send them to the 911 center for training for radios. If they leave our operation, that equipment is immediately returned to us.
Does it
So-
have county, I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
does it have county property tags on it?
Yes,
Yeah.
well, we can't put asset tags on tasers, on
Right.
hand weapons, or shackles.
Those I
They have
They
serial
come on.
numbers.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but what's odd about this, we have to talk to the controller, is that Act 13 funds we give to fire departments that are not county entities to buy equipment.
I don't
So-
think she denied it, Commissioner, as an Act 13 allocation.
Oh, she denied it as a general fund.
General
Oh,
fund, right.
gotcha, okay. Well, I mean, quite frankly, I think that we could probably use general funds. The taxpayers might not be happy,
I
but if
think-
it's a policy decision that we made to provide it.
I think
but-
you're right.
I don't want to get into a fight.
No,
Yeah.
no, I agree, but I think what happened was, it was similar from our office, and I think there was an understanding in the controller's office that it was going to be equipment the county's going to give to an independent entity.
Yeah.
Which we're not doing.
Right.
I talked to Meyer, we'll clear that up with the controller, if we need
Okay.
your help, we'll do that, but. I
And
just
she
wanna-
may be right, but, it's
I really just
it's
think
Act
it was
13.
communication.
Right,
you know?
yeah, so it's Act
I mean,
13.
it came through looking one way and it wasn't, she
Right.
was just doing her due diligence.
No, absolutely. I'm not criticizing her. That's her job. Her job is to make sure that we spend the funds properly.
And
So
I'm
not-
okay with that. I'm very appreciative of the fact that you allow us to get the equipment for these constables. They do an invaluable service. the cost of constables, and we talk about it at each budget with what you allocate to our office for constables. But if you translated 7 constables into 7 deputies, you'd be talking about 3 times the cost of that annual allocation, plus legacy costs. So they do.
She's probably right on the use of general funds, because we would not improve property for
Well, I think it
private.
was just flagged, you know, I do the same thing, anything comes through from a PO standpoint that it's not being used for county use, I would flag and question.
Sure.
Is it being used for personal?
Right.
Or outside use that's
Well,
not
see,
county, and those are all just like the one-on-ones.
It'd be like shackles and belts and cuffs. I don't want you as a constable to go get your own. I want to get quality equipment that's going to keep us safe and keep the residents safe.
Right.
So I think the argument's a really good argument to say we can control the equipment because we can maintain it.
Right. Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Any further questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 8.8 and 8.9, Michael?
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, Maya.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, there's 2 items on the agenda. The first one is we're requesting a change order with R&L for the gas well modification project. And that's a no cost change. We're just giving them additional time to complete the project. And the funding from that project is from our closure fund.
From your closure fund?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll
Can I have a
move to-
motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Any further questions for Mike? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 The second item that I have
Yes.
is the extension of the contract with Talk Water. We've had this project, or this contract since 2018, and they have not raised the prices at all until this year. So they're going to redo that, and they're going to hold the prices for an additional 2 years.
Okay.
And this is due to problems with the water at the landfill, or
Yeah.
you buy bottled water, right?
Bottled
Okay.
water, safety too, because it can be, we go out in the field during the summertime, it's real hot, and make sure that everyone stays fully hydrated.
Right, okay.
So I just want to make sure, in the beginning, the additional changes to the agenda, it says action item 8.9.
That was taken off.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's a different item. This is the consent order extension of the Department of Environmental. So it may not be 8.9.
Well, I think probably what happened is when they took it off, they repaginated the numbers. Or, I shouldn't say they repaginated, they redid the numbers.
Okay, very good.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, 8.10 through 8.12, Malik?
Malik, morning.
Seeking your approval on the subrecipient agreement for Jersey Shore Borough and Act 13 funds. They're requesting an extension until December of 2023.
Okay, and this is regarding the inclusive playground project?
Yes.
Okay. I have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
Also seeking approval for Montezville Borough and their Act 13 funds. They won't be able to begin construction until the first of the new year, and so their extension will go out until December of 23.
And this is for Indian Park project also.
Yes.
Okay. Motion?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
And seeking approval on the monetary agreement with American Rescue Workers through their fair funds of $100,000.
Motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So carried.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
And I want to
Yeah.
make sure that any agencies that are receiving ARPA funds or grants, especially now because there are a lot of awards given or are going to be given, that there's a monitoring process. And if you do not monitor and you do not follow the instructions, okay, you will be asked to return this money. It is very crucial that we have a good trail of how this money is being spent and allocated.
All of our funds are done that way.
That's correct.
Right. And you know what, Commissioner, good point there. I think that on Act 13, we're able to give extensions on time limits. The federal money has to be spent by 2026, right?
Correct.
Allocated by,
2024.
allocated by 2024, spent by 2026, so those
Project
receiving it, excuse me?
Project has to be
Complete.
completed.
Yeah, project has to be completed, so, you know, where they're coming in for extensions here, they may not be able to come in for extensions.
And we want to thank the planning department and Maya for keeping track of those funds. Okay, 8.13, Leslie?
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
The first amendment, I'm seeking approval to upgrade MDJ Dieter's internet service and phone service in Jersey Shore. We did some cost comparison to what she has today versus putting her on her Windstream contract. And going with Windstream would be $235 a month, which is not a lot, but it's a little bit, a $25 savings over what she has today.
It's good, 25 a month.
25 a month.
Typically,
300 a year, 3,000 over 10 years, it's good.
Yeah.
It adds up.
typically when we see costs for Windstream, it's in the
Right.
hundreds of thousands.
Ugly numbers.
All right.
Okay, can I have a
Did
motion?
you, I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Comment?
I was gonna say, did you just do this as you do your normal work to check pricing?
So basically, she was on she was on a different vendor,
Right.
and it was like a 2-year contract, and after the 2 years, they really jack up the price, so then we just went out and did our
Due
shopping.
diligence. Yep.
Okay, all fair side?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, 1 second. Who's joining us on the call? Someone just join us?
It's Hutch, just waiting for my turn.
Okay, thank you, Hutch. All right, Leslie? Go ahead.
Second, I am requesting approval for our call accounting software, maintenance approval. This is just going to be a maintenance agreement for our call accounting software, and we got them to lock in a 3-year cost at $8,117,
Okay,
and it is budgeted.
great. A motion.
I'll move to approve.
Second?
Any comments or questions for Leslie? Hearing none, all fair side?
Aye.
Aye. That's so carried. Next item?
The next item is a professional services agreement with Contrast Communications. They are our vendor that services our Mitel servers throughout Lycoming County. They take care of our phone issues if we need them. This is as needed time and material, and we lock them also in for a 3-year term at $135 an hour and $75 for travel. There again, they were at $145 an hour and $80 for travel, and we got them locked in for 3 years at a lower rate.
Okay, great job. Thank you. Motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All fair side?
Aye.
Aye, so carried.
And last is our Mitel support for all the phone servers. This is a budgeted item, and it is for $12,522.23, and it is in the budget.
Okay, motion?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
All fair side?
Aye.
So carried. Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you.
8.17, Hutch.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm seeking your approval for an updated agreement with Logisys. The Commonwealth will be changing the software that all the fire departments are provided for their incident reporting. As with that, we need to update our interface that the CAD dumps information automatically out to the reporting software. So this is something already in place. It's just an update. It is a 2022 budgeted item.
Okay. A motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Any questions for the director? Hearing none, all fair side?
Aye.
So carried. Thank you, Hutch.
All right, thank you.
Commissioner comment.
Commissioner, have any comments? No? Nope, I don't have any.
I think, just a reminder, update on the health center, Partnership Health Center being open for business.
Yeah, we opened it last Monday, and so far the feedback's been very good from the employees of the commissioner.
Yeah, by the way, it's for only county employees, just so for the public watching, they,
County employees, their family
Yeah.
members, and retirees that are covered by county healthcare.
right, and it's our effort to try to keep costs down for the taxpayers and keep our employees healthy, which, by the way, is even more important in this period of trying to find people.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, the feedback has been very good. I
And their follow-up is second to none. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah, their follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, I told you the experience that I had gone over there, and I got phone calls back and so forth. So
Good to hear.
we really think we're gonna save money for taxpayers in the long haul with this.
Okay. Public comment. Morning, John.
Morning. John Sharman, Lycoming County resident. I want to wish the commissioners and everybody else a happy holiday season.
Indeed.
A few comments on the budget with everything. Last year at this time, I believe, it was stated that the county budget would be included in the county budget to sale of this building. What is the progress on that?
We had to have a second appraisal done. We had a second appraisal completed a few months ago. Our plan is to move forward with the sale and move everything over to the 3rd Street Plaza. And we
Okay.
hope to have that done sometime in the fall of next year.
All right.
And we are looking at the possibility of moving children and youth and the joinder over
Yeah,
here.
there's
It's
been
an
some
I
idea.
just wondered because there has
Yeah.
not been anything
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Well, so we're spending about $500,000 a year renting the Charwell
I
building.
realize that.
Yeah.
And if it's possible to move them here, the savings could actually be put back into programming for mental health, which is very important. Children and youth is a needs-based budget, meaning we get whatever we need from the state. Mental health, intellectual disabilities is not. It's totally a flat amount the state gives you. So any other money that we can generate to help out on mental health is really important.
And I'd like to elaborate, because we did have a meeting with the owner of the Charlotte building. And Keith and Matt. And I think it's important because we always talk about moving them over here. And they need to give us guidance as to whether they want to. That's one. Because they have a parking availability of 100 stalls over there,
No,
which is at no cost to them, okay? That's a big determining factor of whether they want to move. I mean, their employees get that as a benefit. Secondly, the owner has given us that property at below market rate. And thirdly, if we I mean, we had discussions about this building as well. But there were some rules and regulations that if we own this building, then we couldn't charge rent. So it would have to go over to the 3rd Street
I was
Plaza.
just asking a specific question as to what the progress was on this
Yeah.
building, because it has been stated that it should be
We're
sold.
we're looking at hopefully by next fall.
Okay.
We've had projects that we want to keep the taxpayers, we want to keep expense low to the taxpayers. We don't want to contract work out. So our maintenance department has been doing a lot of work to save costs that way. Right now, they're in the process of renovating the sheriff's office and finishing that project. And then we have to look at, once that's completed, then the next step would probably start to do the moves from our offices within this building over to that building.
Okay. Number two, it was stated that it cost about $2.1 million for every 35 employees in the county. Am I correct? That was what was in the paper.
What was that, sir?
It was stated in the budget and in the paper that the cost to the county for every 35 employees is $60,000 per employee. Am I correct on that?
Roughly, it's, the
Okay.
average is 40,000 for salary and 20,000 for benefits.
Okay, that answers my question on that one.
Okay.
Regardless of what kind of financial county is in, you're spending basically 33 cents out of every dollar that you don't have compared to what your income is at this point. And lastly, as a taxpayer, I would like an estimate from either one of you two, how much this recount is going to cost us financially.
We're working on that, we'll have that too soon.
I heard that a month ago.
Yeah, well, we're still working on
We won't know until it's counted.
it. Right.
John, the question you asked about, we're spending 33 cents. Repeat, I didn't quite understand what you meant by that.
Okay, basically on rounded figures, your income right now is about 105 million, am I correct?
Approximately.
Yeah.
Approximately. And according to the paper, you're running about a $33 million deficit,
Right.
okay? So basically, you're spending 33 cents on every dollar that you don't really have coming in income with it. And I can understand, and from Mr. Ham's reaction to things, with the state budgets, I wonder what Mr. Ham's reaction would be to a $33 million deficit. Have a good Thanksgiving, or a good holiday season, people.
And John, I do want to go back to the recount. I had some information given to me, and which was concerning for us anyway, because the original request was to recount the entire ballot.
I already am familiar with that. I'm just
Well,
stating,
well,
I
I'm
want to
gonna tell you
know, I
something
just
that
wanted to
you're not
know
familiar with.
what an estimated cost was, and you can't give it to us. Thank
So,
you.
so we voted for this because we had 5,000 signatures.
Yeah, which amounts to what, 2% of the registered voters?
That's good enough. But the point of the matter is that there was a stipulation to this. And that stipulation was, when this count is over and it's reconciled and it's correct, the whole issue is over.
I hope
And
so.
we had just
I hope so,
gotten
but I don't think it's going to end
a
there.
phone call.
Listen one
From-
second,
We've
because he's trying to.
gotten a phone call from a couple of the Patriot people, and to warn me that it may not be over. And at this time, I will be sitting, and Tom, you're a member, I will be sitting down with a couple, and all three commissioners, okay? We'll be sitting down with a couple of them, and if it is not gonna be over with this, I will call to rescind this vote count. And because if it's about reconciling it with the machine and the ballot to verify that they match, I'm all for that. We get to touch each ballot, we can see if there's any discrepancies within the ballots themselves.
I'm already familiar with it because I'm
A poll worker.
Yeah, I'm a poll worker.
Yeah. And we already did our 2%, which turned out perfect. I mean, we recounted 2% of the 2022 midterm. There was not one error. And
Tony, I see where you're coming from, that is fine. But, and I will address Tom on this also, okay? Basically, I have seen in the past with this group, you want one thing and they want another. And to me, it's not going to end. Thank you. And as I said, have a good holiday.
thank you, John.
Thanks.
You too.
And I am not interested in hearing sermons from you. That's different than my religious beliefs.
It's a public comment section.
Next comment?
Good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
The figures that come a little bit late, put a bunch of money in the meter, and y'all are going quick. Can I get a read one?
Yes.
Scott Miller, 822 Tucker Street. I want to talk about the rain tax fee. Technically on the bill, they call it storm water. How is it calculated? By acreage? By permeable area? Per lot? Originally, they said it was going to be by lot size and permeable area, and that you could remediate how much you had to pay by not having as much runoff, which I did in spades. And I would like to only pay my fair share. You know, I have 0.16 acres of land with my house, and it's $10. I know a lady up on 4 Mile Drive, she has 10 acres. Is she paying $625 a month? You know, how is this calculated? Nobody can tell me. Where and when were the public hearings on this? I didn't see it advertised in the paper. You know, if you're going to take money out of my pocket, I should have some say-so in this. You know, and I don't know where this authority gets its authority from. I'm told the city, but 3 times I've tried to go to the temporary city building and could not even get in the building. The only city building I've ever been able to get into was a tax office to pay my taxes, which, you know, doesn't sound like open and transparent government to me. Who can I appeal this to? Where's the due process? I'm an American. I want my due process. You know? And, you know, for me, the stormwater fee, it's only $10. You know, it's not all that much.
That's a month.
To a lot of people.
That's a month.
But to me, it's a significant amount. And anybody out there in TV land, if you $10 is nothing to you, Scott Miller, 822 Tucker Street. I accept cash, checks, money orders, and gift cards.
Gift cards.
Gift cards to these.
Also this year, they put in admin fees for the water and the sewer authority. Altogether, for me, it comes up to $16.66, which on my water usage, because I'm trying to be thrifty, comes up to a 40% tax or fee on my water bill. Now, if you have a car wash and you go through a lot of water, you know, it's, you know, nothing, a penny per car wash. But for me, I don't know, are y'all going to tell Social Security to give me a 44% increase on my disability check? But then I also calculated, you know, with the stormwater fee and the admin fees, altogether it comes out to $200 a year. On my county taxes, which are $306.27, it works out to a 65% of what my county taxes would be. My city, it's 25%. I'm sorry, I don't see my Social Security check going up 25%, and there's a lot of people in this county that are living off of Social Security that aren't getting a 25% increase. And, you know, when you say cost of living, this is a real cost of living to people like me. You know, I mean, you know, y'all, and I kind of half joke about being cheap and poor and all, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I still go to Arby's between 2 and 5 because they have the dollar specials. You know, and I want to see somebody go, hey, what's going on? Why are you hitting a significant portion of the Lycoming County residents with these things with no accountability, no transparency, no openness?
So, Scott, you're bringing up some really important issues that I've been advocating on your side for the past 11 years.
I know this. I left a message for you.
I did get it, and I was ready to call you, and I got, the secretary came into the office. But I want to tell you, so you're giving arguments for a lot of different reasons. And one was, if it's run under an authority, your stormwater and this rain tax is run under authorities, it leaves it out of the hands of the elected officials. We have no control over that, just so that you understand that. And that's one of the things that we discuss, that should we leave it into the hands of elected officials so that you can hold us accountable when it comes to voting? I mean, that's a big argument, and I think it's worth, you know, discussing. The rain tax, though, was was figured out by what the mandates were on the MS4 and all the regulations that are
Chesapeake Bay,
taking, all the regulations that are taking place. And they tried to do this, and there were several versions, trust me, that they used it as units, ADUs maybe, ADUs. And I think it ended up coming down to the square footage of impervious materials, okay? So if it ran off, then it was gonna be part of that ADU. What that exact amount was, I'm not sure. But like for me, for example, it's about $195, right? Not a year, okay?
A month or?
Right, and I don't even use the storm. All my impervious surfaces goes into a French drain because there are no storm drains, and yet I'm charged it. I'm charged for my parking lot, my roof. Well, that's not fair. I'm putting it into the water, into the ground where they want it to be. Well, yeah, but is it filtered right? Well, who talked about filtration? Listen, I'm an optimist. I think once people start to, well, sometimes, once people start to understand what's going to happen in the next 2-3 years, and you're talking, you made a comparison, it's 30% of your county taxes. You know why? It will eventually be 100% of them. Okay, and that's alarming.
No, it was 65%. You know, I pay $306.27 in county taxes, and you know, $200 for the admin fees and stormwater.
But you are bringing up legitimate points, and if you look at the policy, at least through Lycoming County Water and Sewer, the way they have it set up, is that these are easy compliance issues, okay? Nonetheless, they're not cheap to solve, and the project over in Du Bois Town is one. There's, well, I think that's a $700,000 job.
Yes, over 700,000.
But you can get some credits, and you get your money back. Municipalities can get their money back by following certain things with that rain tax.
Yes.
But they have to ask for the money. So, but that's.
But how do I ask for my money back?
You don't, you're charged, you're done. You gotta pay
You know,
it.
I mean, you know, I don't mind paying my fair share. I put in piping and, you know, a foot of gravel in my yard to be able to keep the rain that falls on my house in my yard. You know, and you know,
yeah.
If that's not remediation, I don't know what is.
The Water Authority meetings are public, and they're subject to the same public meeting requirements that other public entities are. You can go and you can raise these questions with them. And I don't know what day of the month, but I think if you go on their website, the Williamsport Water Authority, and you can go and you can say, listen, I would like someone to come out so I can show them what I did. I don't know whether there is a minimum that everybody pays regardless of what remediation they do, or whether everyone is assessed with it, and then but if you have an argument that you took care of it on your property, but I guess what I'm trying to say to you is we don't have any power to change it, but the Water Authority does, because they're the entity that's imposing the fee.
Who hires and fires them?
The board is appointed by the mayor, and the board then hires the employees who work for the authority, just as we are elected by the public and we hire the employees who work for the
There are
county.
certain authorities that the county has control of, that we appoint the authority members. That is appointed by the mayor.
Yeah.
Limited.
And, yeah.
Even saying that the mayor is the one
He appoints them.
that appoints them.
But he has no authority over
The
them.
Williamsport Municipal Water and Sewer Authorities cover more than just the city of Williamsport. So you're meaning to tell me people in Old Lycoming Township and people in, you know, Loyalsock, people in South Williamsport get no say? That doesn't sound democratic to me at all.
Well, that's an interesting
That is a
point,
good
and
point.
I don't, but here's the thing, I think that the extension of the sewer to those areas was really for the benefit of the people that were there. They didn't have to accept Williamsport Water and Sewer Authority coming in to lay pipes and so forth, but if your well is going bad, or if you don't have any, if you want to have economic development, you need to have,
I'm not
water and
allowed
sewer.
to drill a well on my property.
Right.
And I can tell you from doing stuff in my yard that there's one of the old cistern type, septic cisterns. I don't know what they call it. I don't know. They haven't been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
But,
You brought up a good point about the authority members, though, because, you know, the mayor should be looking at a person from that township or that municipality to place on the board, so it is spread out. It shouldn't be just all people from the city. It should be somebody from Loyalside, it should be somebody from Lycoming, people from the city. So that's a good point to bring up to them.
There were a lot of discussions, Scott, through, in the past 8 years. I mean, a lot of discussions.
but where was the
They were
public's
at-
input
I know, but
and
they were-
feedback?
They were public meetings. There were public here
Yeah.
to talk about this. And now it's just finding out, okay, how much are they gonna charge us for it? And then how are we gonna pay for it? And, you know, it's tough. They all get heartburn, trust me. It's not like they wanna tax anybody or charge a fee. It's that the requirement is there. They must meet the requirement, or.
Well, I mean, I get that, and I'm all in favor of doing our part to clean up the Susquehanna, clean up the Chesapeake Bay,
Right.
etc. But I just feel like they're not doing a very good job of informing me and explaining to me. And in as much as I try to pay attention to these things, if I'm not catching it, how many people are, you know, just oblivious, you know, and just, you know, well, you know, there's nothing you can do, it's the government, what are you going to do, you know?
By the way, we're not experts on who they're appointed. For some reason, I think the mayor appoints
Mayor
them.
does. Yeah.
But I don't know whether there's some other approval by city council or anything like that,
Yeah,
so.
but I know the mayor does appoint.
Yeah, so you could go and you could ask them. But you can definitely go to the water authority itself. And the due process that you asked for, you would be able to speak at a public meeting and.
Yeah, they do have public meetings, they don't
Yeah.
have to. Yeah.
Express-
They don't always listen, trust me.
Well, some people say the commissioners don't always listen also. So, it's, you know,
Yeah, but when you're a landlord and your tenant's not paying for the water, right?
I know,
Now
I
they
pay
change,
this.
now they
fee-
changed the rules.
I pay this fee a
No
lot.
tenant, it's
And,
just a
you know,
landlord.
Okay, thank you, Scott.
Thanks.
I've kind of wondered, you know, because it used to be every 3 months, and then in the
No,
summertime,
no,
I got the letter, it's going to go to every 2 months and some for 1 month. So it went to 2 months, and then it went to another month. Well, I got a social security check on the 3rd, and so I need to be able to pay everything. I didn't bring my bookkeeping, but I could show you where in October, after I paid everything, I had $13.02 left over. And when you get hit with surprise bills like this, you know, I didn't see, you know, hey, next month, you know, there's going to be a $10 fee. And I actually tried to pay 3 months of it when I paid the previous month's bill. And I get it, and it's like, oh, you're in the hole already. And it's like, dang, I can't put money aside fast enough for what the increases are.
Thanks, Scott.
Take care, Scott. Any other public comment? Not any online?
That's what.
Okay. Morning, Tom.
Morning, how are you?
Good.
Ron Adams, Williamsport. I'll put that there for 1 minute.
Thank you.
Never use it. Yeah, well, about the election, I know people just don't like machines, but still appreciate, you know, the determination for that recount. It's only 2 offices, shouldn't take a whole lot of time, it shouldn't take a whole lot of money, I don't think. But people complain about that, I think it's a little ridiculous. That's my opinion. Also, I do though see across the state, the Department of State, once again, it's a concerted effort to twist the laws as far as the voting. Problems with some of the precincts. I know we had a couple issues with some of the machines in this last election. So when people file a petition and the petition's denied because the judges decide that one section's supposed to be applied to the other section of law, they're conflagrating the law and they're misrepresenting the law. Actually, when people file a petition for a certain problem in a ward, they don't have to show anything, hard evidence or anything. It's just, it's going on the basis of the person's integrity, and it's just a common sense complaint, you know, that could be verified with people that work in there. And I was part of a complaint, so then you needed 3 petition signers, and that complaint was, petition was denied just to recount just that one ward for that one day because of the issues with the machine. And I see that as a problem because when that's filed the way it is and pursuant to the law, to the statute, and you want to bring another part of the law and the other statute and apply it to that one section to another section, they're not representing the law properly. Because if they were supposed to be together, they'd be in the same statute, in the same section. And so I saw the story in the Gazette, yesterday's story on page 3, how this is going across the state. And there's been a concerted effort by the Department of State to stop people from getting access to be able just to count just certain little wards. And they say now you have to have that filed against either your whole county precincts or the whole state, and it's just ridiculous. You know, they're playing with the law and they're not upholding it like they're supposed to. And so this is what takes away representative government, and it becomes nothing but an administrative state. That's what we've been under for a long time. And it's kind of it's angering, and yet we want to stay within our system of law. So, you know, we're just going to live to fight another day, and we're not always agree on everything. But I just hope we can get through these things with election integrity. I think it's really important. But anytime there's a little issue like that, I think should be nipped at the bud in the certain precincts when someone has an issue, and just deal with it. You know.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
But there's a lot of other things I can talk about. If you want me to.
No, that's okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, we have completed our agenda. So
One on.
we have one online now? Yes.
Bill Fenderson, when you hand count, it takes more time than you think. You should look at other recounts in other counties.
Thank you.
Like I'm living under a circle.
Okay, we've completed our agenda, so our next scheduled commissioner's meeting will be December the 8th, Thursday at 10 a.m. Thank you, have a good day.
Can I ask y'all something completely off?
Sure.
Offline.
No, we're still online.
You sound like my wife.
Okay. Well, it's nothing, critical.
Okay.
The reassessment discussions.
One of the things I think is instead of paying lots of money for the reassessment, go to the county records. When I bought my house in 2005, I paid $52,500 $1,500 closing out. The assessment in 2004, I believe it was, I wasn't here for that, was $48,500 approximately. It'd be awful hard for me to come to y'all and say, my house ain't worth $52,500. Paid that much for it, if you paid that much for it, it's just like sales tax. If I paid, $52,500 for it, it's not And the reason I say it that way is if you look at most houses, average house is 7 to 10 years that people stay in a house. And so if you look back through the records, you go, well, you know, Scott sold his house for $100,000 last year. It'd be awful hard for somebody to say it ain't worth $100,000 if you had paid that. And instead of having to spend all that money on reassessment, I mean, look at that. But also part of my thinking is say, you know, I know a lot of elderly people. One lady, she's been in our house for 60 years.
I'm in town on Tuesdays and Thursdays generally.
A lot of these elderly people, I remember Jane, she got $700 a month on Social Security. By the time you buy food, gas, heat, medicine, you know, it doesn't leave a whole lot there.
Nothing.
It doesn't leave a whole lot
No,
there.
no.
And it's not that I want to favor some over others, but it would be a way of lending a helping hand to some of our older citizens that, you know,
It's against
I
the
mean,
law.
I'm sorry, I'm from the DC area. I look at the economy up here and just laugh. I mean, completely laugh, you know? Because I don't see anybody making good money in this county. I don't know why people, you know,
They must.
if I was a young person,
Scott,
I
they
couldn't
must.
leave fast enough.
They must be making money. The restaurants are packed every night. Every night. Everybody carries a cell phone. I don't know, I don't know where they're getting their money myself. to be honest.
Well, but like I say, me being from DC,
Yeah, it's enough.
pay $2,000 a month in a crack neighborhood for a one-bedroom apartment where you have 12 people shot on the Saturday between Good Friday and Easter Sunday. I lived there, you know, so like, you know.
That's why the cities are moving out. You know, 300,000 people alone moved out of New York City in the month of August. 1 month.
Yeah.
But they moved to the suburbs.
They moved to suburbs, yeah, they're moving out of the cities because they can't take that stuff anymore.
Suburbs.
Well, I think it's more the taxes.
Well, it's the taxes, it's the crime.
It will be a good
I mean, you walk out, to go to work someplace in the cities and you get mugged, you get beaten in the subways, you get pushed on the tracks.
You wanna know what the straw that broke the camel's back for me to move from the DC area to here?
Not everybody gets pushed on the
A
track.
gang rape in elementary school.
Worse.
I get them. That's sad.
You know, I mean.
That is sad.
Take care, Scott.
See ya.
Everybody, Tom.
See you, Tom. Larry, take care.
Thank you.
Okay? Yes.
Hey, Larry, Larry.
Mhm.
My wife,